Welcome back to my channel. Done did it. And I'm going back to do astrology. I was trying to talk about it the other day. I ain't gonna lie to you, Mercury's in fucking Pisces, so communication right now is just shot worldwide. Like, it's the worst sign to communicate. So anyway, dreamy Pisces does not do well. Reason why is Virgo is exalted in fucking Mercury, so that's where it's at its extreme. It's really good. Virgos are good at communicating. They are in analyzing. That's what they're good at. So Pisces energy is in the planet, satellite, whatever you want to call it, Mercury. It beams out shitty abilities to communicate because Pisces is dreamy and all this shit. So it's not really logical. Anyway, I'm gonna get off that. I'm talking about astrology. I'm talking about whatever the fuck I want. I mean, I'm gonna talk about what I want. Sorry, I have to scream. Gotta get my vibe going, and I get it. I don't have a lot of fire in my charts. I don't get, and my Saturn's in Aries, so the only way I can pump myself up, moon sign emotions, is talking, sounds. I get all my power from thoughts and sounds, which is really hard. It's not good. It's hard to get it. And my Mars is in Virgo, so doing things that is practical, has purpose, helping the body, shit like that. Getting off topic a little bit. I'm not going to mention too much of the planets. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. I'm so deep. I gotta come back up and talk about the tip of the iceberg. I'm sitting here fucking scuba diving all the way to the bottom. First off, I got a dragon fruit. Look at this shit. What? Look at this shit. I got a dragon fruit. I've never had one. Ooh. Feels awesome. Comes in it's like $5 for one of these fucking things. Comes from a cactus. Don't you blow this shit over, wind, you asshole. Don't do it. Don't do it. Good. Anyway, but yeah, I got a fucking dragon fruit, bro. I'm gonna eat that here in a little bit. It's fucking cool. Very beautiful. I heard somebody make a joke about using this as a bookmark. I think I might do that. Like the skin, you can't eat it. I don't know how well you can see it because the camera's all fucking weird, but it is just fucking beautiful, bro. It is so fucking pretty. Go get one of these. I also got something else I'm gonna eat here in a second, which I've had a few times. It's a star fruit. Yeah, it's a star fruit. See how they call it a star fruit? It looks like a star, which is perfect because I'm talking about astrology. Anyway. I'm gonna talk about astrology. We're gonna talk about the energies. This shit's important for all of you. If you just listen to what I say in this video and attach it to yourself regardless of your signs, and especially if I bring up the sign that you know you are, which is your sun sign, that's all. If you don't know what a moon is, if you don't know what Mercury and moon, when I say words like that, or any of that shit, and you don't know what I'm talking about, then you don't know what you don't know, first off. And how teachable are you? Are you willing to give up time to listen to me anyway, even though you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about? Guaranteed I'll help you out. So with that said, if I do bring you up, and I am talking about your energy, I'm going to apply it to the sun as much as I can, because that's the thing you know. The thing you know, I'm a Libra, I'm a Taurus, I'm a Gemini, I'm a Cancer, I'm a Scorpio. That whole thing growing up, that is your sun sign. Erase everything you think you know, that is your sun sign. Every time anybody ever told you, I'm a this, I'm a that, they're really just saying, translated in how it really works back to this is, because they don't get it, is my sun sign's that. Nothing wrong with that. At one time, you didn't know how to wipe your ass. No problem. We'll teach you. No problem. You're in the right place. Hey, yo. We'll teach you. I'm going to take a bite of this star fruit, though. I love this fucking thing. I just ate one earlier. They're so good. Ooh. My favorite color blue bottle. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Oh, that action. I'm not going to eat all of it. I'm going to bite of it. Hang on. Oh. I think I can be at least vegetarian for the rest of my life. At least that. I can do that. I can feel it already. Anyway, I got there to see further. After being about a month doing this shit, I could see me living the rest of my life never eating pork, beef, birds or anything again. I really can. Anyway, we're going to talk about astrology. And since I'm a Taurus and listening to the mind of a Libra moon, just know that I'm a little biased on my topics because I want to learn about me first, and you should too. Being the fact that I'm mostly earth signs in my chart, I said I wouldn't mention the planets, but there's a lot. You have many. Therefore, it is to your best interest to realize you're the avatar and you have control of all these. Nothing that happens in life isn't in part of all four of these elements. So everything I'm about to say, the downfalls of each sign and the gifts and curses of each one plays out in everybody's lives. No one's excluded. But everybody has a little more of one lesson, curse, and a little more of that same gift to learn about your powers, your real superpowers. You really do have superpowers. These are your superpowers. You're in the game of life, and you chose before you got here your loadout. You picked what character to play in the game of life. You're like, I want a little bit of that earth. Rock me out with some money and some stuff. Oh, give me some of that water. That way I can throw my vibe at people. That way I can just flow things my direction. Oh, hit me up with a little fire so I got some confidence. So I'm not a little bitch crying about it all day and feel hollow inside like a fucking earth. Oh, yeah, like, these are your powers. These are your powers. I'm not even talking, you're going to talk shit and positive on all of them. We've been doing this for a while. Fuck you, I got nothing else to do. This is what makes me happy. I'm a Libra moon. This shit, I'm not going to bring planets up too much, but this shit is just it's so in me. All this information, it's cardinal air, it's pushing all in me so much that I have to get it out. It's the only way I feel better now. It's how I feel better now. All right, another bite. So fire. So juicy. By the way, I'm on my third or fourth day. Fourth day, you think? Fourth day of no smoking. Feel amazing. God damn, I'm eating this whole fucking thing. I'm sorry. Fucking fire. All right, so I'm going to jump a little bit everywhere. I'm an earth sign. I'm going to start talking. I'm an earth sign. So I have to have practical, actually seen it and done it evidence to talk about things. Even though I have air and I need to talk, I have so much earth in my chart that unlike other astrologers and videos, they would talk to you about Aries and Taurus and Gemini, then Cancer, then Leo, then Virgo, then Virgo. I said that wrong. No, I did say that right. Leo, Virgo, sorry. Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio. And it goes back to water to the fire again. Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and then Pisces. That's how they would do that. And they would make a video probably on Aries now and Sag later. But I have to speak from experience. I've met people. I have guessed 8 as my record. And I never even guessed a lot. Like one day I started to get it. I could tell. I was getting it. I was getting it. Like example, I was at Swift on when I first went to the trucking. I went to trucking school for a month and blah 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 blah. But the company wants to hire you, so I had to go to Swift Terminal out in fucking Kansas City. And when I got there, there's 2 other people. One guy gave me a bunch of stuff. He was meant to be there just to give me just stuff. But anyway, I'm not gonna get into all that. I'm about astrology. So there's other dude that was there. It was big. I'm not just gotta describe it. He was a big fat black dude. Love him to death. Nice. But a little quiet. And we were there for like 2 or 3 days. I got a time at a hotel and everything. So I'm in this fucking office space with him for like hours by ourselves. But we didn't really talk a lot. And like, I just remember sitting there. And I remember if he was number 4, number 3. or something like that. He was one of the first ones. He was one of the first ones right when I started going. I wasn't just guessing my whole life or the last couple years, and then I got a role. I was like, are you this? No? Oh, I'm going to stop doing that. And then one day I was starting to get it. I was like, are you that? And I was like, oh, it's right. And then, are you that? I was right. That's what happened. So this guy's like 2, 3 in. I'm watching him, and we're sitting here in this fucking office. Very quiet. Dry when he talks. Very dry. Like, you know, that thing over there, it's interesting. I tried working with it, and, you know, I kind of helped, but it didn't do so much for me. Talks like this. You know, very, slow. Not dumb, just slow. Very patient person. Didn't seem to be too quick to get emotional over anything. And I was sitting there watching him, and he offered me to eat some food. And we ate like he ordered me food. And like knows it's, you know yourself when you see it. And when you get into astrology, he's like, I'm a Taurus. And I got a stellium in Taurus, which means I just got a lot of specifically Taurus. I know more about Taurus than almost anybody. Not going to offend all the astrologers. But anyway, I know a lot about Taurus. It's fixed earth. We're going to get into what the modality is. You need to know that. There's earth, air, fire, water, but there's a modality. There's a fixed, a mutable, and a cardinal for each element. Earth, there's a fixed earth, there's a mutable earth, and there's a cardinal earth. I'm going to get into that in a minute. But anyway, the point is, I'm sitting here watching this guy, and then he said something about patience. Like, you literally used the word. And I was like, not like, I'm very patient, I'm so patient. But like, he just used the word, and that resonated with me. And I'm like, you're a Taurus. It came out of nowhere. He has no clue how to talk about astrology, and we didn't really talk a lot. And he goes, you're one of those people? Like, as in, he meant like a mystic, like a magical person that can do this shit. And I was like, well, I know my own kind. You bought me a meal. We show our love, earth signs, through materials. And we show our hate through materials. So, we're going to get into that in a minute. But the point was, I can see that because I'm so earth. What actually happened? He bought me a physical meal. So I got an actual physical meal from the dude. Like, that's how he showed his appreciation. He wasn't like sitting there where you're in the room and you're feeling the love or any of that or the passion or nothing. That wasn't what happened. He's like, you know, he didn't even say this, but in his head it was probably like, this guy's a good guy. Fuck it, I'll buy him a meal. Like, that's pretty awesome. That's good as you're gonna get with an earth sign. I swear to God. I mean, that's how much I'm being so brutal. But, like, that's the truth. Like, that's how we are. So he bought me a meal. I'm like, you're a Taurus. I remember one day I was at a truck stop, and this was I think this was the 8th guy. Yeah, it had to be. It was the 8th or 9th. Maybe he was even outside of it. He might have been outside of the 8th I got in a row. But this one guy, I messed up. Because I was thinking about planets, and I was thinking about the planets. I was starting to learn planets, and I was deviating a little bit. Anyway, the point was, he's sitting outside this girl's bathroom at the truck stop. Really old, 40-year-old truck driver. And he literally told me he has a wife at home and everything. And he was checking out all these girls' asses while they went by. It was fucking weird. It was really fucking weird. And I'm sitting here like, this guy's like a trickster. Like, this dude's trippy. Like, he's a trickster, like, kind of like a con guy. He kind of got that vibe about him. Like, he wasn't evil per se, just very tricksy. And so I guessed he was a Virgo. And he said, nope. And then I said, oh, can I guess again? Like, because I never get it wrong, you know? Like, at the time, I got like 8 or so in a row. So it's like, fuck, I'm wrong. Well, I was thinking of the planet. Mercury rules Gemini and fucking Virgo. So, like, this dude's tricksy. This dude's like Hermes, the god. Like, you know, he's like a messenger. He's like thievery, you know. Hermes represents like thieves, but he also gives you like safe passage. He also like lets people stay at his house. That's what Hermes is, like safe passage. He'll steal your shit. So it's like, it's very tricksy. I'm just seeing this trickster like attitude. And then I noticed, oh, he's talking a lot. Oh shit, he's talking a lot. But I guess Virgo. So he said, right after I said Virgo, he goes, we can guess all day till the cows come home, blah, 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 blah. And I said, Gemini, and he shut the fuck up. Because that's the negative. Gemini, for instance, is mutable air. They're very mutable. What does mutable mean? I'm going to get into the modalities now. There's 3 modalities to the elements. You got cardinal, you got fixed, you got mutable. Aries, for instance, the first sign is cardinal. It's direction, it's force, it's push. It's very much the movers and shakers of the zodiac. They fuck with shit. They fuck with shit. They move shit. They fuck with shit in any way. If they're an earth sign, they fuck with shit physically. If they're an air sign, they fuck with shit by talking. They fucking start shit. They talk shit. They start shit. If it's a fire sign, they fucking do shit now. Aries, they do it now. They fuck with it now. If it's a fucking water sign, they throw vibe at it. They make you feel. They guilt trip. Oh, that's what cardinal would mean. Then you got fixed. Fixed is about fixated on your way. Example, if you're an earth sign, you're fixed on your own thinking of practicality. Not necessarily thinking. Don't confuse it with thinking. That's air. It's your own practical thinking. It's your own, you're fixed on how you are practical and do things, your routines. You're fixed on yourself and your inner world. You're fixated internally. You are on stand. In general, no matter what element, you're kind of more rooted. You're fixed. You're a root. You're the mountain. That's what fixed would be. And then mutable is being able to adapt to other people's circumstances, situations, and what's being thrown at you. For instance, Gemini is the first air sign, right? So like with Gemini, it's mutable. It's very good at communicating. It's like the king of all air signs in the sense of actually communicating, because it's mutable. So that's why people a lot of times think they're two-faced, is you walk up and they start talking with you and you start talking with them and they're agreeing with you. And technically speaking, air signs have a master of perception. That's what air represents, is perception. You have a very big advantage of perception when you're flying high in the sky like a bird, air. Earth signs don't have a lot of perception. They're mostly, in general, perceived on themselves. In general, the term fixed is kind of an earthy thing. So when you meet a fixed earth sign, Taurus, they're earthy earth. And when you meet Gemini, that's an airy air. Like, that's kind of what a way to think about it is, because it's mutable. Air has nothing to do but with communicating with other things. Water, Pisces, the mystical, the 12th sign, got all of it in one, the whole package. It's mutable. Water feels with other things. So it's very good at adapting and transforming itself to the situation. I've also been told by somebody I really like this. He said that those 3 things are like a game of chess. In the very beginning, you got to make a move. Like Aries. Very first, you got to make a move. Move the fucking pawn. First beginning of the game, it's the first move. It shakes up it shapes the whole court. You moved a pawn, you could have moved a bishop, you could have moved a knight. It's the very beginning. It's the first few moves. You're getting shit going. You're starting it, right? The middle of the game is very fixed. If you ever played a game of chess, you will know it's like, can I move? No, he'll kill me. And I have all my pieces, and he does too. And I don't want to be the first guy to lose a piece. Or even if you lost one piece, you don't want to get your queen killed in the middle of the game. You'll lose. You don't want to get your fucking knights killed in the middle of the game. You'll fucking lose. You don't really want to move a lot in the middle of a chess game. Because that's the mid-game. It's like the important part. That's really the battle. You need to hold firm on the battle. But mutable is like the end game, where everything is what it is. Dude, I'm sorry, but this guy was kicking your ass. You got a king, you got a pawn, and you got a fucking knight. And you're sitting here all right, now I got to think of ways to, there's all this space, mutable. And you can do air. So there's all these options. So for instance, a Gemini would be awesome at the end game of a game, because there's all these other thoughts, getting off topic a little bit. But point is, that's the end game. You got to be mutable. You have to roll with the punches. Now you got what you got. You're dealing with it. that's not like in the beginning of the game. Like, it's similar because it goes right back to the next thing. You know, it goes cardinal, fixed, mutable, cardinal, fixed, mutable, cardinal, fixed, mutable, cardinal, fixed, mutable, ending with Pisces, and goes right back to Aries, cardinal. It goes all the way. It's a circle. They all merge into each other. But my point is, mutable is the end of the game. It rolls with punches. Aries starts it. Cancer starts it. Hang on, brain farting. Capricorn definitely starts some shit. And Libra definitely talks some shit. Yeah. That's me. I have to start it. I got a lot of cardinal energy. I'm on the cusp of Aries Taurus, so I start a little bit. My ascendant is is Aries. My Libra moon is my emotional side. It's a starting energy. So now you kind of got an idea on modalities. I'm going to end this video and make another one in a second. But you need to know about the modalities, and I just explained that. So this is going to be a video on modalities. There's cardinal, fixed, and mutable. Cardinal is pushing, it's force, it's direction, it's a stream of water, it's an ocean wave, it's a hurricane. It is pushing and starting things. Fixed is a rock. It's the structure. It's there. This is how it is. It's maintained. It's firm. It's what it is. Like, that's what it is. It doesn't move a lot. It's not a moving thing that we got to describe here. It's the energy twist on energy. And then mutable is very good at adapting to the other situation going on here. Cardinal pushed it, but mutable's like, ooh, I dodged it. Like, if a cardinal sign pushed a mutable sign, it'd be like they dodged the attack. If it was cardinal hit a fixed sign, it'd be like they just took it. I don't give a fuck. You see what I'm saying? So mutable, it rolls with the punches. It handles it. It takes it. And dips and wahs and deeves. That's how that works. That's kind of the energy. So get that in your mind a little bit. You need to know those three modalities to further understand how you work as an Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, all the sign, whatever sign you are, and you're made of many, you need to know the modalities. I'm going to end this video because I make long ones. I know I do.